Okay, we are live, and I'm very excited about this month's Square Foot show. We're live with artists that are in the show, and I'm going to be interviewing them with you. And it's going to be so much fun to chat with them, especially about this theme. This is the East Coast Vibes theme. And our headliner is Sharon Fox Cranston. And she is so fantastic. And she is trying to get on. We haven't seen her yet, but if we get her on, it's going to be great. But she is our fantastic headliner. And if you have not followed her yet, go to her Instagram, follow her there. She's got Cranston Gallery in Nova Scotia. She's like the perfect headliner. So let me tell you, if you're just seeing this live and you have no idea even what we're talking about, this is the Square Foot Show. The Square Foot Show is a show that I started many years ago in my studio, and I would have it at Christmas time, and I would have a lineup down the street, 60 to 70 people. They would come in when the doors opened, and they would grab artwork off the walls. And I had originally only done my own artwork, but then people just started collecting so fast that I couldn't paint more. So I had introduced other artists. I brought other artists into the show, and it became very popular. And then my Instagram following, my career was growing at the same time. My Instagram following was growing, and people would ask, how do they get to buy? And I didn't know because I wasn't savvy. And so it was an in-store show. It was fabulous every year, but then COVID hit. So I started working with a company called Rock Firm and Marketing, and they did a great job for me. And they took the show live. So we went online and we put it up, and I said, oh, we're probably going to have 150 people because people had been asking. We usually had 70 people line up. People had been asking, how can they be part of the show? How can they buy from the wonderful artists that I had curated from across Canada? And they put it live. They did it. They put it on e-commerce. We had it going on. We opened the doors figuratively to the show at 8:00, and it went crazy. We had 2,000 people hit the site. It became an overnight success. People were loving this opportunity, and so many artists sold out. Wow, it was just incredible. And since then, we have sold I don't want to say $1.5 million in 12 by 12, but we're close. We've sold over 4,500 square foot paintings, and have launched actually quite a few artists' career from emerging to established, and now they're in several galleries because Square Foot Show is a platform that galleries also watch for new talent. So if you are an artist and you're watching this, please apply at squarefootshow.com. If you are a collector, this is the place for you. This is a juried show, curated and juried, and we have wonderful jurors that check out all of the artists. We have thousands of applicants every year, and we feel like we're bringing forward some of the best to you. We went from having one Square Foot show a year, we went to 4, then we went to 6, and now we do 12. We are I think we're the second Thursday of every month, and we bring a new theme every month, and we're having so much fun with this. And every month, people are shopping and buying and collecting these fabulous artists. And so now it's my pleasure that I get to interview artists, and I'm going to be bringing them online. But let me do a little bit of housekeeping. Square Foot Show happens online. It's not in a building. It's not in a gallery. The concept is the artists paint their work. They keep their work at their house, and they send us fantastic images, and we put them up for you to shop. in our shop. And it's free shipping. The artist will have 10 days after they get your names to send the work out. And that's really, really very exciting. And there's, yeah, in this show, there's over 100 pieces. I think there's like 157 or something like that. And a lot of pieces from our headliner, Sharon Fox. She is just so fantastic. So you go to squarefootshow.com or shop.squarefootshow.com. Every second counts at the beginning of this show. This is when we sell a lot of paintings, is within the first half an hour, and people are making their selections ahead of time. So this is what you can also do right now. If you go to squarefootshow.com, you'll find that the store is closed. You cannot see any artists. You have to have a password to get in and see the 48-hour preview. So if you go to squarefootshow.com right now, and in the next 24 hours, you will be able to, we will send you a link and with a password, and you will be able to get in and look at the art. I think that's straightforward. I think that gives all of the information. And if you would do, if people would give us a thumbs up or share this live or just, give us some comments, that helps artists across the country. It really does. It brings us up into the feeds of all sorts of people. And that's what we want. We want to lift up these artists and get their names known. Okay. So the first artist I'm going to be interviewing is Raquel Roth. There she is.
Hi, Julia. How you doing?
I'm good. Hi, Raquel. How are you?
I'm great. I'm so excited about the theme of this show. Like, it's literally my backyard.
I know. Where do you live?
It is. So I'm Raquel Roth. I'm a acrylic artist from Halifax, Nova Scotia. I've been painting about 6 years, a former dentist, and I traded my drill in for a paintbrush.
That is one of the things that is so exciting, because you've been in many, many Square Foot shows. And I like to say that we kind of discovered you.
Yeah, well, you certainly have launched my career for sure. There was a gallery in Winnipeg that contacted me after seeing my work at the first Square Foot show that I was in. I was in a gallery as well already in Halifax, but then the Square Foot show has allowed me to expand nationally. Yeah,
absolutely.
As well.
So you were a dentist. You've now turned artist.
Mm-hmm.
And can you tell us what's your medium? What do you love to paint? And then show us a few of your pieces that are going to be in the Square Foot show. And guys, Raquel sells out most of the time. So these go fast. She's got collectors that just love her stuff.
Okay. So I work with acrylics. And sorry, you asked me a question, and I'm like, oh yeah, I knew the answers.
What is your subject matter?
Oh yes. Usually I paint florals, but recently I've sort of gone into birds as well, because I think that they both go well together. And we've always had birds when we were growing up. We had a lot of budgies and little parrots and stuff. So I love birds. So that's I've kind of, for this show, I've decided to do seabirds.
Okay.
Yeah. So
that makes sense.
I'll show you what I have. Okay. So the first one is Stanley.
Hi, Stanley.
Yeah. So he's a piping plover, and our license plate, our Nova Scotia license plate, has a piping plover on it, and it says Canada's Ocean Playground.
Okay.
So I thought he would be quite appropriate. So,
yes.
Okay. And then about 2 years ago, I went to Newfoundland, and we did a little seal, a boat tour, and we looking for seals and puffins. Fun. So we saw an island. It was full of puffins. It was so cool. So but you could smell the island before we got there. But there were so many puffins, and they were flying around. They were zooming through the water like little torpedoes. And so I decided to do a puffin.
Oh, that's so cute.
So this is Nemo.
Oh, hi, Nemo.
Yeah.
That's so
Yeah.
cute.
Yeah.
Yeah, her birds are so popular. Raquel is also in Crown and Press Gallery and in Ontario, and we sell quite a few of her birds.
Yeah, thank you. And my last one that I've got is, of course, we have a ton of seagulls around here. So this is Gulliver.
Oh, he's got some attitude.
Yeah. Do you like his name, Gulliver?
I do. I get it.
Fun.
I get it, Raquel.
It's hard coming up with names sometimes.
It is the hardest. It's one. Yeah, I absolutely agree. So where can we find you, Raquel?
Okay, so in Nova Scotia, I'm at Argyle Fine Art in Halifax here. In Eastern Passage, Nova Scotia, I'm out at a little gallery, Fisherman's Cove Gallery. It's in a little fishing cove, which is really, very iconic. I'm also at a little store, gift store here, Made in the Maritimes. And then in Ontario, I'm at your gallery, Crown Press. Thank you very much. Love it being there. Also at Blue Dog Gallery in Oakville and Preston Gallery in Uxbridge.
Wonderful.
And one more in Manitoba, the gallery I mentioned before from Winnipeg, Woodlands Gallery.
Very good.
Yeah.
Very good. Well, congratulations. Keep painting. And we can't wait to see you sell out again.
Thank you. And I do have to do a little shout out to first time square foot showers, local artists. I have to say Paulette Melanson, Willow Glufka, Ann Wedler, and Ine Kim.
Actually, that is a great segue and something that I forgot. Sharon, as a headliner, part of the responsibility of a headliner is to bring new artists to Square Foot Show, artists that have never been in the show. So Sharon actually went out and curated a whole bunch of artists that are new to the show. And thank you for reminding us about that.
Yeah, no, they're some of them are at Argyle Fine Art with me as well too. So congratulations to them as well for getting into the show. And I hope everybody does fantastic.
That is so great. Oh, and guess what? Sharon is here.
Perfect.
All right. I'm going to go to Sharon next and then Lori. Okay.
All right. Thanks, Julia. Take care, everybody. Good luck with the show.
All right. Bye-bye. Okay. Yay. Yay. We found you.
I found you. Oh my God. It took me forever to do up. I'm like, I was lost in computer land,
It's okay. I figured something like that happened. And I thought, well, if she works it out, otherwise I'm just going to brag on you for you.
Oh, you can still do that.
Yeah. Well, I could, if I take a painting right off my hall, my Sharon Fox Cranston, I got it right this time. I've got mine hanging in my hall from years ago because you were part of that show that I did in person.
Yes, I was one of the original square footers.
You were, and you would sell off like so fast as well.
Yeah, I know. It's fantastic.
It was always great.
That's why I keep coming back.
Well, a square foot concept is not unique to us. Many galleries have small shows, they have square foot shows. It was something that we put together, but I think the quality of the artists that are in the show, and I always say, if you like my art, you're going to tend to like the galleries that I'm in and the other work that is in those galleries, because the curator, if you find a curator that has many selections that you would love to collect from, that's your gallery. Just keep going back there. And I think of you as one of those artists in my online gallery, right? People like what I like and they like you.
Oh, yeah. And we go back so far, don't we? I remember when we were,
before you moved.
Way back when we were doing shows like Buckhorn and things like that.
Yes. Yeah. I remember finding you. Actually, I remember finding you in Buckhorn and just standing in front of your stuff and just falling in love. And that's how I initially curated Square Foot Show. It's really actually fun to talk to you about this because it's taking me back to, just at the time, Instagram wasn't even that big. Facebook wasn't even that big. So it was finding artists in person, taking your card, and then asking you, to participate. And it's so fun. So you originally lived in Ontario, but then you moved to wonderful Nova Scotia, and specifically Lunenburg?
Lunenburg.
Yeah, got it. Got it. So tell us about that journey. And again, Sharon is our headliner. So how many pieces do you have in the show?
Well, I have 11, but then I also have one that you can win.
That's right. Oh, you got it there? Perfect.
I don't know if I can get that.
And guys, the only way to win this is to subscribe to our website. Subscribe to Square Foot Show, and you have a chance to win that, as well as you will get the link to go in and check out in the 48-hour preview. And it doesn't just give you a chance to win only Sharon's. When you subscribe, all subscribers are all entered every month to get the winning piece.
Amazing.
It is. So you moved to Lunenburg. When did you move to Lunenburg?
2017.
Okay, so it's been 7 years, and you established
8 years now. Yes.
Okay. And you established a gallery there.
Yeah, well, we actually moved our gallery because we were in Prince Edward County in Ontario, and we had a gallery there for 8 years first, and then we moved to Lunenburg. We moved because we were in Prince Edward County for 8 years. We were just looking for something a little different, and
adventure.
Yeah, and when we moved back from BC, we had considered going straight to Nova Scotia, but we decided to go back to Ontario first. So it was always sort of in our minds to do that. And we love Lunenburg. It's a fantastic, it's UNESCO town. It's in the summer, it is like an anthill with people from everywhere around the world come here to visit. So it's a really good place to have an art gallery. And when we came to Lunenburg, there was 6 art galleries in town. And now there's about 16 just on our street. So it's like the Santa Fe of the Maritimes.
Oh, that's true. And isn't it in Scottsdale, Arizona? They have that too, a whole line.
A whole town full of galleries. And
do you find that those galleries, do they carry other people's work, or are they studios? Artist studios?
Oh no, they carry other people's work, and a lot of those, the artists that are in the show, this Square Foot show, are my friends who are in the other galleries.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, we're all a very happy group, and we support each other completely. Yeah.
Oh, I'm so thrilled, and I've been looking at everybody's work who you brought in, and it's so fun to see it. So. What is the name of your gallery? Where can people find you if they're looking for you online?
The name of the gallery is Cranston Gallery, and we show my work, my husband's sculptures. He does bird sculptures, and his brother, Tyler Cranston, who was a famous Canadian figure skater back in the 70s. So we show his work as well. So the 3 of us, and you can see us on Instagram. We have a website, cranstongallery.com. So we're everywhere. Yeah.
You're everywhere. They can just find you. And honestly, her work is so yummy. Is it acrylic or is it oil?
Oh my goodness. I'm the type of person who does all sorts of mediums. I get, I need to change things up. I do mostly acrylic, the bigger pieces. All the pieces today or tomorrow that are coming up are acrylic on canvas. But I'm doing gouache now. I'm really getting into gouache. We have a plein air group, and we go out every Tuesday morning, and a lot of the artists that are in the show are members of our plein air group, and we go out and paint locally. And I'm really getting into painting with gouache now. It's great.
I follow Sharon on Instagram, so I have seen these pieces. Some of them are outstanding. Now, forgive me, would you put them behind glass?
Yes,
Yes.
you do. You do. You can finish them with like a cold wax.
Okay.
And yeah, and you don't have to put them under glass, but I don't know. I just put them under glass, it's just so much easier. Yeah.
Do you have 1 or 2 samples sitting by you of what's in the show? And then we're going to move on to Lori Ferguson. And we just want to say thank you so much for headlining. And like we said, you brought in several new artists, and I'm excited for them to experience Square Foot Show for the first time. And to build this community.
Okay. This one.
This one, when I saw the preview,
I know it's very popular.
It made me gasp. Like your perspective on this and Sharon, this might be on my list.
Yeah. Well, I got to tell you, the South Shore of Nova Scotia, it's so inspiring, to live here and paint here. And I'm telling you, if you like to plein air paint, you should come out to Nova Scotia.
I will come, and I love
join our group on a Tuesday. Everybody's welcome.
Okay.
And then I got another one here. This one was also came up. There was a lot of people like this one as well.
It's just gorgeous.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
Do you know Raquel Roth? I just spoke with her.
I don't know. I probably have met her. She's with the. Yeah. I don't know her personally. We haven't had time to get to know each other, but I do know of her. Yes.
Okay. You hear a little music. My husband's phone is going off in the background there. So, Raquel, I'm going to come stay with you, and we're going to go plein air painting with Sharon.
Yeah, do it. Okay. That would be so much fun.
It would be so much fun. All right. We'll see you guys later. We'll see you. And I'm going to go to Lori Ferguson.
Sounds good.
My husband is confusing me in the background here. All right. Bye, Sharon. And best of luck tomorrow.
Bye. Thank you again for inviting me.
You're welcome. All right. I got to find Lori. Hi, Lori.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm great. I'm very excited to be here. I've been following Square Foot Show and your own art, Julia, for quite some time, and it's always been kind of a goal to become part of that. And so finally took the time to reach out, and excited to be here. Yeah.
Is this your first show?
It is. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Good. Oh my goodness, Lori, because I'm loving what you're putting out.
Oh, thank you. Really appreciate that.
So tell us all about who you are,
okay,
where you are, what you paint, and how people can find you.
Okay. It's actually odd that I'm even part of this. I'm based in Winnipeg, Manitoba, which, is about as far from a Canadian coast as I could manage to get. But we have family in New Brunswick, and so have taken time probably about twice a year in the last years to come out to the East Coast and, see New Brunswick and Prince Edward Island. And last year we went to Nova Scotia, and honestly, I'm just absolutely in love with the coast. It's just, it's the ocean, and, my heart is just there. And so it's really impacted me, and I think about it all the time.
I know.
Just standing by the sea, and
there's a magic about it.
There really is. Yeah.
It's peaceful. It's lovely. The fishing towns are the quaintest.
Right.
It's so gorgeous.
Yeah. And inspiration for art is incredible there. So, but normally I'm in Manitoba and painting, and I use oil paint. I'm an oil painter right now anyway. And
you have to paint so far ahead. You have to be ready.
Yeah, actually, there are ways now, like in modern world, there's a medium I use to mix into the paint that helps it to dry quicker. So you do have to think ahead still, but it's actually not like it used to be. It's much more flexible, I think, than it ever was before. And so I just find it, my work is really full of movement and energy, and brush strokes are really important to me, and oil paint just accomplishes that very well. And so for me, that's just the right medium, and I really love it. So yeah.
So we can find you on Instagram.
You can find me on Instagram or Facebook at Laurie Ferguson Art. I have, if you want to physically see some work, I'm showing at a gallery in Toronto. It's called Art Interiors Gallery.
Fantastic.
Lovely people, and
Congratulations.
really having a wonderful experience there. And so I have art, year round there. And interesting that Raquel mentioned Woodlands Gallery in Winnipeg, because I also show there. So that's my kind of my home gallery.
So have you connected with Raquel before?
No, I haven't, and I've seen her work there for sure, but I'll have to make that a goal. And then this year I have some work at Manitoulin Island at the Muchmore Gallery, so that's been wonderful. A lot of fun too. And I think subject matter, I paint a lot of different things. I've done a lot of cityscapes and landscapes, but don't want to make this a long story, but my father got sick and passed away a couple of years ago. And at the time it was much more difficult to kind of have all the time to go out exploring and to take photos and just to be out in the world. And so I began to paint still life paintings during that time, just to keep creative. And honestly, they've really taken off, and I think people
I love your style.
Yeah.
Can you show us a couple of the pieces, because do you have any 12x12s that you have in the show with you?
Of the ones I'm showing at the East Coast? Yes.
Yes.
I've got inspiration. We went to Peggy's Cove last year. Yes. So I think
look at Laurie's technique. It's very soft. There's a lot of movement, and I adore this. And Laurie, your still lifes, I still know. I've seen them. They stop on Instagram when I'm, scrolling around. Your stuff always stops me.
Oh, that's wonderful. Thank you. This was actually on the Bay of Fundy at Shediac.
Oh, that's so fun. Are those people you know, or are they people you know?
They weren't. Sometimes I just creep around secretly taking photos.
Themselves, yeah.
Yeah. And then these are, though. This was a covered bridge in New Brunswick.
So fun.
And so these are actually my family members in the scene.
Yep. And their oils. I love that.
Yeah.
So it's
and then you get your standard Nova Scotian boat.
If I have a guess for Laurie Ferguson, I think that one's going to sell first.
Yeah, and then there's the one behind me.
Major somewhere where people can can guess, but there's so many that are so marvelous. So
thank you.
Okay, so we found you at Laurie Ferguson Art, right?
Yep.
And the galleries you've mentioned, and you're in Manitoba, but honestly, Square Foot Show brings so many people together.
Yes, wonderful.
Wherever you are.
Exactly. Yep.
Right. Okay. Good.
Very nice to be here.
I can't wait to see you sell out.
Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye. All right. We're going to Brenda McCafferty now. Actually, but before, I'm going to make Brenda wait, because she's my good buddy, and she can wait. So I'm going to show you a few of mine. So this is one that I did that's available at the show. It's called Red Canoe. And I put up a post, and I don't know what it is about East Coast vibes, or what it is about the East Coast that people love so much, but it went crazy. The reel that I put up went crazy. The images that I put up, I got so many new followers from this little painting. Guys, it's a great show, and it's going to be worth checking out. So let me bring Brenda McCafferty into the show. Hey, Brenda, sorry, made you wait.
That was funny.
Yeah. Brenda McCafferty is my good buddy. She is here in Hamilton with me. She shows in my gallery, and I discovered her through various groups that we're involved in and that I run. And when I found out that Brenda was in Hamilton, I'm like, Brenda, you're in Hamilton? And then I had to go see her stuff. And then I had to say, this is amazing. And I invited her to be in Square Foot Show and in Crown and Press. And she too is in several, has launched herself in several galleries around Ontario. And like Raquel, this is a reiteration of a career. So tell us all about yourself, Brenda. I've already said you're from Hamilton,
Right.
but tell us about what you do and show us a few of the pieces for tomorrow.
Okay. So I basically, most often I'm doing florals. I do landscapes with florals as well.
Yes.
Those are kind of my two things that I like to do. Acrylic. And I usually paint big, but I do paint small. And I don't really know what else to tell you because
well, your technique, you are an abstract, right? It's not so, you're not a high realism person.
Correct. So I'm more abstract, and really what I put across on the canvas is more of movement. No detail, not a detailed person at all. And so even my square foot, the small ones I did for this show, they're quick when I was out hiking, because we were fortunate enough to go to Newfoundland last year, my husband and I. And, when you're hiking, I see things, but I don't see the detail. And I have in my memory. So I often just work from memory as well. Oh,
really? That part I didn't know. You don't use reference too often.
Very, very rare. Yeah. Brenda, and if I
that's new information.
Oh, I didn't know you didn't know that. Really? There you go. Often if I do take a photo, to be honest, I will turn it to black and white, look at it, because I don't want to be influenced by the colors, because I like color. I turn it to black and white, look at it, and then I'm done with it. And
that's fascinating. Fascinating. So you are in your studio right now, which is in a room in your home in Hamilton. And can you show us a few pieces?
Sure. So this one here, I don't know how, this was a walk we had, and it was just just natural flowers. No one had planted them there. I thought that was so pretty up against the very high, tall, windy day.
Absolutely.
So, called Blowing in Gale.
Nice. Nice. And I like the buildings up there.
Yeah. And these are very neutral colors for me.
And you'll be able to see this on the 48-hour preview. Her photograph, she's also a mark maker. So she scratches into her paintings. She draws into her paintings. She's influencing me in a lot of ways. So it's just beautiful.
That's one. Then I have this little one here. And again, you can see scratching in and in it.
And Brenda is at Crown and Press Gallery as well, and is one of our hot sellers. So I am sure that these are going to go so fast. And have we put up Brenda's Instagram? I don't know, but we'll put it up again. And we can find Brenda at brenda.mccaffertyart. And is it brenda.mccaffertyart.com?
Yes, it is. For my website. For my website, but Instagram is just b.mccaffertyart.
Yeah, perfect. Perfect. Okay, Brenda.
Thanks.
We'll see you later.
Thanks for the invite.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay. And the last person that we're going to bring on is Terry Culbert. I'm really actually very excited to talk to Terry.
Hi, Julia. Thank you for having me.
Oh, listen.
I just want can I just throw this out? I want to say thank you to Sharon Cranston, my life partner, Barb, who is also an artist and also for the first time in your show. We met Guy and Sharon when they had a gallery in Westport, Ontario. And then they came here to Prince Edward County, where we live. So we've known them for a long, long time. Yeah.
That is
thank you, Sharon.
Oh, yeah, well, Sharon gets around.
She does.
BC, Prince Edward County, it's amazing. And like, what a story. And we asked her to invite artists that she thought would fit the Square Foot Show concept. and that would enjoy the community. And we're so excited to meet you. So Terry, I'm gleaning that you're in Prince Edward County, which is here in Ontario, which is a lovely place. We love to visit there. My husband's family is from there. I bet you if we talked enough, you'd know some of his family members. And the wineries.
Well, there's over 40 wineries. There's over, I think we're up to 20 microbreweries, and we have at least 4 distilleries. So if you're a teetotaler, it's not a great place to come.
Yeah.
It's just a fantastic part of the province. I grew up in southwestern Ontario, a little Irish Canadian village called Lucan, and I love it there. But boy, this whole part of Ontario is so much nicer. It really is.
We go up there every summer just to.
Do you really? Yeah.
Yep. We find a place to go and we stay. And Doug has some cousins up there that we visit. So
say hello next time you come.
Okay. We will come find you. So that segues. How do I find you? And how do people find you?
We're in Prince Edward County. We're in the northern part. We're about 9 kilometers from Belleville into the county. So we're centrally located. You can find us. We have our own website, www.countystudio@kos.net. No, sorry, .ca. And both Barb and I are in galleries here in the county, in Bloomfield, Wellington, and Picton. And we have our own studio gallery here in our home. And
that's fantastic.
It's called County Studio. And it's great. It's wheelchair accessible. We're on the studio. This is the 10th year. This September will be the 10th year we've been on the studio tour. We've lived in the county now for 12 and a half years. And it's just a wonderful, wonderful place.
And when does that studio tour take place? Because I might put that.
It takes place in September.
Oh.
And I'll get it always takes place in September. And Barb is just getting me the pamphlet for it now. Takes place the weekend of September 19th to 21st, and it's great. And you go around to all the different artists' homes and studios where they create, and it's a studio
tour. A studio tour is a fantastic way to find new artists. And in fact, like when I was talking with Sharon and we were talking about how Squarefoot Show started way back when it was a in-person live, it was because of those studio tours. Like that's how you meet people. Their work stops you and then you become friends. I find
that's very true.
Yeah.
Like we have people coming by this weekend, as a matter of fact, that bought from us on the studio tour probably before COVID. And they've kept in touch. As a matter of fact, the husband of the woman that purchased from Barb originally said it cost him $10,000 to upgrade one of the rooms because of the paint.
Because you have to buy a painting. Okay, so tell us what you do, what you paint.
I'm a whimsical painter. I went to art school in London, Ontario, a place called Beale Art. But then I ended up at the age of 18 starting to work at the television station. I worked in television news for 42 years. Then I became, for example, I became Global Television's first cameraman reporter. And then after I retired, I did radio for another 17 years, for 6.5 years, 7 years on Amherst Island, and then for the last 10 years here in the county. But I'm a whimsical painter, and because I worked in news, even though it can be depressing, I always saw life as colorful and humorous. Mm-hmm. And so this is. Can I show you one of the type of paintings I do? This is called Fogo Island Taxi, and Fogo Island is just the most incredible place. Barb and I have a 25-year-old Dodge Ram Road Trek. It's a camper van, and we travel and we head for the East Coast almost yearly, and we love it there. And we don't do on plein air painting, but we do sketching. And we
Okay.
bring those sketches home to our studio where it's comfortable, especially for me because I can't stand bugs. And that's where we make our paintings. Yeah.
That is marvelous.
This for example is when we saw Sharon and Guy down in Lunenburg. That's called the Lunenburg bump.
Yeah, I love the
way the houses are. Yeah.
I love the graphic nature of how you think.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome very much.
So yeah, that's about us. Yeah.
So, okay. So people can find you. We put up your Instagram already. They can find you in the county and they can find you in various things and that studio tour. Go on. I mean, if you've never been to Prince Edward County, that alone is worth it. And then bonus, getting to go to studio tours. That's fantastic. Yeah. So Terry, best of luck in the show.
Thank you.
And
thank you very much. And thanks for inviting us both in.
And have fun. And don't forget to shop too.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
All right.
Thanks, Julia.
Later. Okay, so that was it. Wasn't that fantastic? The East Coast not only has something about it, but there's a vibe, definitely a vibe to it that people just love. So, okay, I'm going to reiterate. squarefootshow.com. Tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Go to shop.squarefootshow.com if you want to have access immediately, because we have put our show on a platform of Shopify. It's really a wonderful platform. So we will have a link on our website and that hits us over to the shop. It's only a second or two. So if you don't remember the shop.squarefootshow.com, don't worry. But shop quickly. Maybe even possibly shop for one at a time, because putting something in your cart does not reserve it. They could be taken right out of your cart. And it's 350 Canadian, 300 US, free shipping. It's going to be a great show. And if you're an artist and this kind of community, like look who I just interviewed. This is so much fun for me alone. Not only everybody else. I find the community just to be wonderful. Apply at squarefootshow.com. There's an artist page and it tells you everything that we're about and the shows that are open for application. And again, we're juried in. So if you do not get in this time, keep trying. We've got thousands of applications. So I want to thank everybody. I want to thank Sharon for being our headliner. It's absolutely marvelous. We're looking forward to the show tomorrow night. And I'm going to sign off now. And don't forget to come 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, July 10th. See you later.